Welcome to Express News. We show you top 100 news of the day. India's President Draupadi Murmu on Monday extended greetings on the occasion of Raksha Bandhan, a traditional festival celebrating the relationship of brothers and sisters through a social media post. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi also wished the nation on Raksha Bandhan, hoping for sweetness in relationships for everyone in a post on social media. In a heartwarming gesture, Prime Minister Modi celebrated Raksha Bandhan with schoolgirls who tied rakhis on his wrist in national capital on Monday. Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim is on a 3-day visit to India beginning Monday, his first since taking office. During his visit, Prime Minister will hold bilateral discussions with Prime Minister Narendra Modi and meet President Draupadi Murmu and External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar. Nepal's Foreign Minister Dr. Arzurana Deuba is on a 5-day official visit to India. She held a bilateral meeting with External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar in New Delhi on Monday. India will host the third India-Japan 2+2 Foreign and Defence Ministers meeting in New Delhi on August 20th. Japanese Foreign Minister Yoko Kamikawa arrived in the national capital on Monday for the same. India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh is embarking on a 5-day official visit to United States on August 21st, where he will meet US Defence Secretary Lloyd Austin. The visit may see the signing of the MQ-9B unmanned drone deal between India and the US, with India's Defence Acquisition Council amending indigenous content and other aspects of the deal. India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman chaired a meeting to review the performance of public sector banks in Delhi on Monday. Thailand's newly elected Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra has expressed her gratitude to Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his congratulatory message on her election victory on social media platform X. To boost its global pharmaceutical standing, the Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission hosted an international delegation of policymakers and drug regulators from 15 countries. Minister for Health and Family Welfare J.P. Nadda inaugurated the event on Monday. India's President Draupadi Murmu paid floral tributes to Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma, former President of India, on his birth anniversary at Rashtrapati Bhavan on Monday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid tribute to former ruler of Tripura, Maharaja Birbikram Kishore Manikya Bahadur, on his birth anniversary on Monday, recognizing his contributions to the development of India's northeastern state. India's top court has taken suo motu cognizance of the alleged rape and murder case of a junior doctor at R.G. Kaur Medical College in West Bengal's Kolkata, following the transfer of the probe to the top investigating agency of the country. A Pune court has summoned Congress leader Rahul Gandhi to appear in a defamation case regarding alleged defamatory remarks about Indian politician Vinayak Damodar Savarkar. A fire broke out at the railway hospital in Bihar's Patna on Monday, but was controlled by the fire brigade and patients were safely evacuated. General Sundararajan Padmanabhan, a former Indian Army chief, passed away at his Chennai residence on Monday at the age of 83 due to natural causes, leaving behind a legacy of 43 years of distinguished military service. Prime Minister Narendra Modi greeted everyone on the occasion of World Sanskrit Day on Monday. He congratulated those who are undertaking efforts to promote Sanskrit language. Coal India Limited's Thalassemia Bal Seva Yojana has successfully completed 500 bone marrow transplants. This initiative provides financial aid of up to 10 lakh per patient and has benefited 356 underprivileged children across India. Indian benchmark indices ended flat on Monday. The Sensex was down 12 points at 80,424. Nifty was up 31 points at 24,572. The Indian rupee ended 8 paise higher at 83.87 against the US dollar on Monday. Gold futures stood at rupees 71,310 per 10 grams on the multi-commodity exchange. Silver futures were retailing at rupees 83,644 per kilogram. Oil prices eased on Monday. Brent crude futures dropped 63 cents to $79.05 a barrel. US stock index futures were little changed on Monday. Dow Jones were down 4 points, S&P 500 were up 2.75 points, and Nasdaq 100 were up 11 points. Japan is seeking a $4.7 billion valuation for Tokyo Metro as it prepares to list the subway operator as early as October end in what would be the nation's biggest IPO in roughly 6 years. Japanese retailer 7&I Holdings operator, the 7-Eleven convenience store chain, has received a preliminary takeover offer from Canada's Alimentation Couche-Tard. It is currently reviewing the proposal. Package holidays are seeing a revival amid soaring flights and hotel prices. Spending on package holidays in Europe is expected to reach $117 billion this year. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken held talks with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Tel Aviv on Monday as the proposed ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas hangs in the balance. In a meeting with Israeli President Isaac Herzog, Blinken emphasized Washington's commitment to preventing regional escalation, particularly concerning potential Iranian aggression. Herzog expressed gratitude for the ceasefire efforts by the US, Egypt and Qatar, stating that returning hostages is the top humanitarian priority. According to Israeli public broadcaster, several people were injured in cross-border fire between Israel and Lebanon, with Israeli military reporting multiple targets intercepted and others landing in northern Israel. As Russia-Ukraine conflict reached its 906th day on Monday, Ukraine's air defense units repelled an overnight air attack by Moscow, including on Kiev. Ukraine's Air Force destroyed 11 drones launched by Moscow, targeting various regions, and also claimed to have destroyed a strategic bridge over the same river in Russia's Kursk region, limiting Russian supply capacity. Ukraine reported seizing over 80 settlements in Kursk since launching a surprise strike on August 6, with a destroyed bridge being the second attacked by Ukraine since Friday. Moscow has denied reports of indirect talks with Kyiv regarding halting strikes on energy targets, despite Ukraine's claims of attacks on Russian infrastructure. Russian President Vladimir Putin arrived in Baku, Azerbaijan for a two-day visit, his first since 2018, to discuss bilateral relations and regional issues with President Aliyev. The U.S. Democratic Party's convention will begin shortly in Chicago, with Vice President Kamala Harris and thousands of delegates gathering to officially nominate Harris and Governor Tim Walz for the November election. Kamala Harris also embarked on a campaign trip across western Pennsylvania on Sunday, meeting locals and advocating for a Gaza ceasefire deal. Tensions escalated in the South China Sea as China's Coast Guard accused a Philippine vessel of deliberately colliding with a Chinese vessel, prompting a warning from Beijing. China's Maritime Safety Administration conducted a 30-hour patrol in the Taiwan Strait to maintain navigation order and ensure maritime safety. Chinese President Xi Jinping held talks with Vietnam's new leader To Lam in Beijing, resulting in the signing of 14 documents on cooperation, including cross-border railways and crocodile exports. South Korea and the US began annual summertime military exercises to boost joint readiness against North Korea's weapons and cyber threats. Japan's ruling Liberal Democratic Party announced plans to hold a leadership election on September 27, with the winner poised to become Japan's next Prime Minister. Outgoing Indonesian President Joko Widodo appointed new ministers ahead of his departure in October, including allies of his successor, President-elect Prabowo Subianto. The Philippines detected a new case of Mpox virus, the first since December, in a 33-year-old Filipino male with no travel history outside the country, prompting further testing to determine the strain. At least one person died and 6 people were missing after a luxury yacht was struck by a whirlwind and sank off the coast of the Sicilian capital Palermo. Sudan is facing a severe cholera outbreak, with reports indicating that nearly 24 people have lost their lives and hundreds more have fallen ill in recent weeks. Hundreds of Portuguese firefighters are battling a wildfire on Madeira Island as strong winds and high temperatures complicate containment efforts. Around 160 people have been evacuated for safety. No injuries or fatalities have been reported. Turkish firefighters are battling a wildfire in the southwest. Authorities warn of more fires due to extreme heat in the future. Heavy rains are hitting alpine regions of Austria, flooding parts of Vienna and causing severe damage. This downpour is disrupting road and rail transport across the country. Spanish firefighters are battling a wildfire in Trabajos, Zamora province near the Portugal border. Over 50 firefighters are working to control the blaze. Ernesto becomes a hurricane again, causing dangerous rip currents on beaches along the US East Coast in Canada. A massive wildfire in southern France has been brought under control by firefighters. The blaze has ceased spreading as of Monday morning. The India Meteorological Department have issued an orange alert for Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Uttar Pradesh and Jharkhand. The authorities have also predicted heavy rainfall over Jammu and coastal Andhra Pradesh on Monday. Squally weather with wind speed reaching 35 km per hour to 45 km per hour gust is likely to prevail many parts of east, central and southeast Arabian Sea along and off Karnataka, Kerala coasts. Hilly regions of India in Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand are likely to witness fairly widespread to moderate rainfall during the week. India celebrated Raksha Bandhan on Monday. The Hindu festival celebrates the bond of protection and love between brothers and sisters. The annual pilgrimage to the Amarnath Shrine in India's Jammu and Kashmir concluded on Monday after 52 days. The Hindu holy month of Sawan observed in India concluded on Monday. Devotees across India visited Lord Shiva's temples to offer prayers and seek blessings on the occasion. Indian sand artist Doordarshan Patnaik created a sand art marking the festival of Raksha Bandhan and the conclusion of the Hindu holy month of Sawan at the Puri beach in Odisha. People across the world celebrated Photography Day today. This year's theme is An Entire Day, which aims to capture and highlight day-to-day scenes and subjects. A rare Sturgeon blue supermoon rose over the iconic Sydney Opera House on Monday, marking the first supermoon of the year. One of the oldest hospitals in Egypt's Cairo, Bimaristan Al Muyayad Sheikh, opened on Sunday following extensive renovations. The restoration of the Bimaristan is part of a broader initiative that includes over 8 historical buildings. Efforts are underway to protect and restore Posidonia oceanica, a vital marine plant which is facing unprecedented challenges due to climate change. In Tunisia, local teams have planted 1,000 square meters of scientific experimentation on Posidonia cultivation efficiency. The teams work to preserve it by monitoring its developments and by cultivating it. Lost in Waters Deep, a group that searches for shipwrecks believes to have found the wreck of HMS Hawk, a cruiser boat torpedoed by a German submarine in 1914. The discovery of the 110-year-old ship was made off the coast of Aberdeenshire in Scotland. Tattoo artists showcased their work during the 5th edition of Mexico's Tattoo Convention on Sunday. Oman's Dhofar Governorate ancient sites are attracting history buffs from across the globe. Omani archaeologist Mabrouk Mohsin has called upon the international community to lend their expertise and resources to uncover the hidden stories of the Dhofar Governorate's sister World Heritage Site. Residents of Colombia paraded on beds in the spirit of the World Day of Laziness. Hundreds gathered in northern Taiwan to mark the Hungry Ghost Festival on Sunday. Water lanterns filled with offerings for ancestors and those who perished at sea are set alight and pushed out into the ocean to mark the occasion. Over 1,700 contestants demonstrated their skills to see who could catch the most goldfish using a fragile paper scoop at annual competition in Japan's Yamato Koriyama city. The event held in the major goldfish farming town saw the competitors capturing as many goldfish as possible in 3 minutes from tubs containing about 1,000 fish each. The International Indian Film Academy has announced the nominees for this year's awards. 2023 film Animal starring Ranbir Kapoor is leading with 11 nominations. The Indian horror comedy film Street 2 has collected over $33 million worldwide after 4 days in theatres. The trailer of Indian action series 1C814, The Kandahar Hijack, starring Vijay Verma, has been released. The makers of Indian historical drama film Chhawa have unveiled a teaser of the film. Indian actor Rajnikant's much-awaited film Vettaiya is set to hit theatres on October 10 this year. Indian actor Kareena Kapoor Khan has shared a new poster for her film The Buckingham Murders. American actor Nicolas Cage is set to play National Football League legend John Madden in David O. Russell's film Madden. Online game Roblox launched a record-breaking update inspired by British pop singer Charlie XCX's latest album Brat. The game drew over 10 million users on Saturday. Cast member Christine Baranski has confirmed the third installment of musical drama Mamma Mia. American indie folk brand Big Thief debuted a tender new track called Taker during a live performance in Belgium. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacted with the Indian contingent for Paris Paralympics 2024 on Monday. India have named 84 athletes to compete at the Paris 2024 Paralympics, which is scheduled to be held from August 28 to September 8. India's top singles player Sumit Nagal bowed out of the Winston-Salem Open after losing 4-6, 2-6 to Croatia's Borna Coric in the first round. Indian wrestler Aman Shehrawat surged 4 positions to claim the world #2 spot in men's 57 kg category in latest United World Wrestling rankings. Indian wrestler Vinesh Phogat in press conference said that not getting the Olympic medal is a deep wound which will take time to heal. World #1 Yannick Sinner defeats Alexander Zverev in a 3-set thriller to secure a spot in the final. He will face Francis Tiafoe to win his 5th ATP Tour title. Aryna Sabalenka beat world #1 Iga Swiatek for the first time this season to secure a spot in the Cincinnati Open final. All Invincibles defeat Southern Brave in the final to clinch the 100th title for the second consecutive year. London Spirit win the 100 for the first time as they defeat Welsh Fire by 4 wickets in a thrilling encounter. Reigning Premier League champions Manchester City begin their campaign with a win against Chelsea 2-0 at Stamford Bridge. That's it in Express News. News and updates will continue. Stay tuned.